Hello and welcome back to another episode of My FIFA Career Mode with Schalke. Today we're going to be playing two games, one against Hoffenheim and one against Leipzig. Make sure you forgive me if I do say Leipzig throughout this because that's just the way I've always said it wrong. But yeah, we're going to quickly interact with our squad because I know I haven't done this very much on videos. But Bozdogan is playing well, we'll tell him that. Ibisevic, yeah, not too bad. Yeah, I think he's wanting to retire or leave the club. And Uth, of course, is playing very well, so we'll encourage him to keep that up. But yeah, we need to get our squad set for the first match. Of course, we have a suspension to Nastasic, so we automatically get rid of him off the bench. I think they replaced him with Becker. But you can see the effort we put in that game against Bayern Munich really cost us for this match. People like Stambouli are running out of stamina and we don't have cover to actually replace him. So I think something we're going to have to look to do is reach into the youth academy, seeing if we've got any young central defensive midfielders that we can start giving game time to and can help it cover the squad in situations like this. But here we go, straight to Hoffenheim, home of SAP or SAP. Of course, the financial software. A lot of the success of Hoffenheim is down to that bit of software taken off around the world. You see they're sponsored by it too. But yep, let's kick off. They have one of our players on loan playing centre midfield, I believe. But we're going to skip straight to here where Uth's got it and Pacienza almost gets to it first. The goalkeeper panics a little bit, hoofs it off the pitch, and their left back can't quite get to that in time. Again, we're blocking a shot with Kabak. Adams has it, he's cutting aside, tries to get it to a diving header, but thankfully Renault is there. We distribute it quickly to Mendil. Gets out to Raman, 1-2 with Draxler. And back to Mendil. Uth's playing attacking mid in this one rather than up front because we don't have enough cover in midfield really. Serdar has it, gives it to Pacienza, 1-2, and he's in behind. He only has 60 odd pace, but it's enough to get the goal. So 1-0 after 20 minutes. Another good start to a game in the league. If only we could take this form over into the cup competitions, which of course we're now out of. But no, Hoffenheim have a corner here. Try and trick their way around. There is our player, I believe, Rudy, who I think's playing right back for them. But this is where you want Mukondo. He's obviously so fast. And using his pace here. Raman in behind. Uth, sorry. And you've really got to score that. There's no excuse for missing that. It was a good counter attack though from that corner. Matondo here, cutting inside, trying to skill his way around, trying to work a bit of space for a shot, but blocked unfortunately. And I think that's the last action from Schalke of the half. Yep, there it is, the half-time whistle. So a good first half for us there. I think other than that diving header that they nearly scored, they didn't really have too much of a shout of getting a goal. So we just need to keep it calm and try and collect the win here, get a bit closer to European football. But skipping to the 55 minutes, you can see Hoffenheim had another shot off the edge of the box. Good catch there from Renault. Balled out to Sané. Good ball playing centre back for us now. We've subbed off Uth for Tatengwe, and Raman was through there. I think he would have scored, but it's such a marginal offside call. I'm not sure. Oof, it's very close, you know. But ultimately the right decision. They've brought on Bebu now from the bench, and Sané is absolutely out of position, and he's been skilled by Bebu. Rudy crosses it in, and Belfodil can't score, but Adiman can. And it's the 82nd minute. Sub off Karsdorp, because I think it was probably his fault that he was out of stamina, so he couldn't get back. That's why Sané was out there. But yeah. Another late goal conceded. At least they didn't do the next gen celebration that takes about 5 minutes to watch. But the 92nd minute, we cross the ball in and our player goes down and the ref blows a free kick for Hoffenheim, which I think is a bit harsh. I think it should have just been a goal kick, not really a foul, but yeah, oh well, a 1-1 in Hoffenheim today. So a lot of that draw was because of our squad fitness. So I'm going to go into my youth academy and see if we have anyone we can sub in. So we've got Mika Gash, who's got a bit of a maybe Finnish name, Mika. I only of course know Mika Hakkinen, the old Formula 1 driver. And I know there is quite a lot of population sharing between Finland and Germany. So I'm going to assume he's like Nico Rosberg, kind of half Finn, half German, and he's chosen to play for Germany. But he's going to be our centre-back, centre defensive mid, and CM. I think he's a physically strong, but yeah. Now we're going to fill his slot in our youth academy. We've signed this guy called Leo Moller. He's a 6'6" centre midfielder, which is absolutely insane. 4-star weak foot, 3-star skills too, so he's pretty good on the ball. But he's going to be an absolute beast when we get him into the team. Of course, I also noticed our goalkeeper situation was a bit poor in the youth academy, so I couldn't really choose between Schultz and Vogt. But ultimately Schultz was 15 and had a high value, so I went for Schultz instead of Vogt. So yeah, our youth academy situation is looking pretty good here. Schultz, Rivas, Friedrich, all high potential. And we're going to make Felix Busch, who's our new signing. Well, not new signing, he's our forward signing in the future, hopefully. Make him train to be a winger a bit more than the left mid that he already is. You might have noticed there that the profit there was pretty big, so we do have some good budget that we can use in January, which will probably be in the episode after this one, if I don't live stream it. But just making sure Mika Busch looks good for his debut, because I am planning on bringing him in off the bench in this next match against Leipzig. So yeah, just putting him on the bench there instead of the Ibisevic guy. So yeah, we've already got Rahman on the bench. We don't need a slow striker as well as a fast striker. So that's all sorted now. Hopefully Mika Busch can... sorry, I keep saying Mika Busch, Mika Gash, sorry. Which, of course, if you know English slang, is not a very nice name to be called if you were in England. But nevertheless, he's in Germany. Hopefully he isn't Gash, Mika Gash. So here we go, time to choose our team for the Leipzig match. And we're going to go back to this formation, because I've noticed they play 3-4-3. I think we do need the 3 defenders in the middle to try and man-mark their players. So we're going to have Uth and Paciencia up front, Draxler, Serdar, and Stambouli in midfield now. Making sure Gash is on the bench for this formation too. And we need to get Older Karsdorp playing right back too, because obviously Ludwig isn't great. We swapped out Stambouli for Schopf because he's a bit more of an attacking player, and I think Serdar has enough defensive ability for the whole midfield. And of course Draxler is no slouch in defence either. But yep, there's our team. We're playing 5-3-2 in this one, and fingers crossed that is a good decision when we're playing against this formation. It's a home game, of course. Last one was away. And here we go at the Veltins Arena, sorry. Match day 15. So, of course, Leipzig, one of the most hated teams in Germany, but also unbeaten still on this save after 14 games. So it's up to us to spoil their season and prevent the untouchable Red Bulls from finishing in the top 3, hopefully. Hopefully we can take their place. But Uth gets on the ball early here, some good footwork. Paciencia, he's slow, but he gets around Martel, and it's just a good finish now. It's good power, he didn't need to finesse it, he just put his laces through it, straight in the bottom corner. Early goal, Karsdorp's there celebrating his love in life in Gelsenkirchen. So 1-0 early on is a good start, of course, but in the 10th minute, some good play from Leipzig, and yeah, instant reply. It's the guy that scored against you every single match in the first month of Ultimate Team, Hang Li Chan, yeah, just as good with the AI. Draxler here gets past Orban, tries to go around the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper dives. I was hoping for a penalty when I tried that trick, but yeah, unfortunately nothing. Chang gets it again, but Soloth can volley in the second ball. That's poor from our defence. With 3 centre-backs, you'd hope we could win the initial header and then the second ball, but no. Soloth, the old Crystal Palace flop, has just laced them back ahead. Uth with a bad pass there from the kickoff, and a bit of Shaolin soccer from Adams. But Paciencia's through again. He's on fire in this episode. It's just a little bit too slow there, and Glasky can just pick up the ball yet again. So that's first half, 2-1 down, bad start. We're going to have to try and do an AI level comeback in the second half, which hopefully we can. But it's going to be tricky against a team like Leipzig with their 3 defenders who are all so good in the air and tackling. Chan again narrowly misses. He's a really hard player to play against in this one. I found him a lot harder than people like Sancho I played against Dortmund. But Poulsen again is another tricky customer, and he's made it 3-1 after 60 minutes. So yes, it's not looking too good for us this one. 3-1 down, and we haven't really had too many chances outside of the goal we scored. 65th minute now, and Poulsen's on the ball again. There's another goal. 4-1. This is a danger of becoming a Bayern Munich level score. Poulsen bows to the crowd. His second goal, and Leipzig's 4th. 10 minutes later, and they've brought on some more subs, but we get the ball here. Schopf out to Pazienza, turns it back to Schopf, crosses it in. Draxler misses the volley, but he gets the second goal this time. It's 4-2, and there are signs that we could get a comeback. So we need to make some subs, of course. Schopf is looking a bit tired, and as I mentioned before, we want to try out Gash, so he's coming on. Matondo up front, he's up there with Rahman, so we've got a lot of pace in there now. But you can see it's working here. Rahman out to Karsdorp, who obviously is a bit tired. If we didn't have Matondo, I probably would have tried crossing it, but I did a low pass to Rahman. It's blocked. If it was 3-4 there, I think we would have had a good chance. Red Bull taking the mick a little bit there by trying to flick it up for a volley shot in the last minute. But yeah, that's the end of the match. A 4-2 loss, and I don't think it was particularly deserved. But that's also going to be the end of the episode for today. It's a shorter one because I've only got the two matches in this one. But as I mentioned before, we've got 2 more matches and then the transfer window, which I'm planning on streaming this Sunday. I'll host up a live stream so you can make sure you're alerted when it happens. So feel free to start following that or give that a like if you want before it starts. But yeah, that's all for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, even though it was a bad performance for us with just 1 point from 2 games. And I will see you in the next one. Cheers and bye.